Hey Money Movers, welcome back to Millennial Money Moves with Nadia. Before we get started today, please take a second and hit the like button, subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. Today I'm going to be talking about a stock price that I think will soar, quite literally. I'm going to be talking about United American Airlines. I think this stock has a lot of potential, so stay tuned if you want to hear me talk about where I see it going.
So Nadia, what's up?
We making money moves.
Who making money moves?
We making money moves.
You making money moves?
We making money moves.
We making money moves.
We making money.
Welcome back, guys. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about United Airlines and whether I think it's a buy or not, and just kind of some news about United and where I think this stock could go in the long term. So you guys know I kind of talk a lot about electric vehicles and how that's the future and clean energy. So I found something really interesting about United. They recently partnered with Mesa Air Group and Breakthrough Energy Ventures because they have a goal to lower their carbon emissions. Now there's an electric aircraft developer called Heart Aerospace, and it's a Swedish firm, and they would like to make a 19-passenger electric-powered aircraft. They're going to call it the ES-19. They want to fly 19 passengers, 250 miles by the end of the decade. Now that's crazy. I think it's crazy in a good way because that's really going to help cut down those carbon emissions. It's better for the environment, and that's just cool, right? An electric-powered plane? I mean, we've talked about it with cars, but this really is a futuristic thing. But this is a very long-term goal. Like I said, their goal is to be able to do this by the end of the decade. But it's interesting to see electric moving into the aircraft space. Now, when I looked at United's financial reports, their earnings were down, which is expected due to COVID. And after looking at the history, though, I do like the company overall. I think right now we're seeing a dip. It's priced below $50, and if you're trying to invest in the company for the short term, I wouldn't necessarily do that because United makes a lot of their money with business and international travel. And with COVID and the Delta variant going on, you get a lot of people who are hesitant if they want to start doing international travel yet, and businesses might not be sending Americans to other countries. I mean, the supplies both ways, and people in Europe might not be coming to America and things like that because of COVID restrictions, and people don't really want to do international travel if things aren't fully open and all of that. So I think in 2023 things could start to get better. That's just my prediction. They are doing very well given COVID, I will say that. And United said they were going to see a very profitable July, but the stocks were dropping. The stock price dropped because people started to sell the news. They heard, okay, they're going to do well in July. Let's sell that news. Buy the rumor, sell the news. That's what that means. I kind of talked about it on my channel before when Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live and Dogecoin. That's why we saw the price start to drop, because people bought the rumor and sold the news. Now, a lot of people were not sure that United's price would ever drop below $50, but right now we are seeing it at a little under $50. I haven't bought any, but I am keeping it on my watch list, and I do plan to add this to my long-term portfolio because I think in the future, after COVID kind of gets handled and people start traveling again, things really start to open up, I think that this stock will be worth a lot of money. Back in 2018 was, I think, the highest I saw there. Stock valued, but it was doing very, very well. And I think this year, like I said, it's doing well given COVID, that 2020, 2021, it's not going to be the best earnings report ever, but that makes sense. People were not traveling. I think right now we're seeing a dip, and this is a good buying opportunity, again, like I'm saying, for the long term. I don't think this is necessarily something that you should be investing in for the short term because there's too many unpredictable variables. That being said, there are other airlines that have been doing well. I've been looking at American Airlines, and I like their stock lately. But I really wanted to do this deep dive into United just because United is one of my favorite airlines. I fly with United a lot. And so I wanted to do some research because it was a company I was already familiar with, and they also have plans to expand the sizes of their planes. They want to be able to carry more passengers. So if they do that and they start building bigger aircrafts, they have more people getting on the planes. That's just all part of their plan to have more people traveling. And as traveling. And as we see things start to open back up again, that will also be very helpful for United to start bringing in some of that money that they were losing this past year and a half. My timeline's so thrown off with how long COVID has started. I had to think about it for a second, but it has been a while, and that's why we're seeing their numbers be so affected. But I do think they have some great news coming out. I'm curious to see with this ES-19, with the 19 passengers for an electric powered plane. I think that's so cool. It's definitely not something I thought about, but I was watching the news and there's a hybrid electric battery powered plane called Elroy Air. Sorry, I had to write all that down. It's a mouthful. Now this is interesting. They would use this one to deliver packages and first aid to people who have had natural disasters hit them, where maybe it's not safe to go there, but we still want to send them something. This would be really cool because the way that this plane works is it wouldn't need a runway to take off. It would just be able to lift off. And this isn't for passengers, but it would be for delivering products, packages, that sort of thing. And I think that's also very interesting. I wonder if in about 10, 15 years from now, we'll start to see a lot more of that, not only for packages, but also with passengers. And hearing that kind of led me to look into United. And then I saw that they're also trying to do their ES-19. United and Mesa Air Group they're both getting 100 of those planes when it does come out. And I think that that's really cool. And they clearly have faith in it, and I want to see how that is going to roll out. And when people start flying, I just think that'll be really cool. But in the meantime, if this isn't on your watch list, I would at least add it to your watch list, because I feel like these prices are a total bargain for someone who likes United. It's never really this low, so it's definitely a good opportunity if you want to put this one in your long-term portfolio. Definitely be careful if you're trying to keep it in your short term. All right. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. I think United Airlines, ticker UAL, is a good stock to look at right now, given the market and kind of what's been going on lately. And there are a couple other banks that are good to invest in that I wanted to talk about. So I'll probably do a deep dive on that very soon, but I hope you guys found out some useful information from this video about United Airlines. And remember, we're making money moves. Have a good day. Bye.
Webull. Enjoy hours of pre- and post-market trading. Stocks and cryptocurrencies all in one app. Finally, a phone-friendly, easy-to-use trading app that helps you become a better trader. Soon you'll be trading like a pro. Webull, the future of trading. Click the link below in the description. Deposit $100 and get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850.